Hello, and welcome back. I am Selena here at Sunny Stage 11, or welcome if this is your first time. Thank you for tapping or clicking onto this video, perhaps the title connected for you. I'm excited to talk about this because the inspiration came like last night as I was like twisting my hair, which I think this is the first video I've done where like my hair is kind of out. Short story, I started my lock journey about 2 months ago, end of March. So twisted it last night. So I'm kind of letting the air hit it and let it, get some, a little bit of a breeze from my open window. So if you hear anything, voices, it might just be the people outside because I have my window open. So lock journey, if you're someone who has started or been through locks, actually I have before 10 years. I had locks for 10 years from like 2012, 2022, and now I'm like starting a new process. So here we go. This video, I'm inspired because I often listen to music when I'm like twisting my hair, either, listening to music or playing something on Netflix. And one of the songs that came up on my Spotify playlist, which, I favorited and liked the song for many months ago, but the song is called Walking in Memphis by the singer and songwriter Marc Cohn. If you've heard the song, you probably know the melody pretty well. If you haven't heard this song before or heard of him, I will put a link in the description of the song because I feel like it's an amazing song. And I remembered hearing this song like on the radio as a little kid. However, I think about 3 years ago on SNL, they kind of did like a bit of a spoof of the song called Walking in Staten Island. And they had him come on and do like a cameo in the song. And it was at that moment where I decided to look up the song again. And it just hit me like in a deeper way at that stage in my life, hearing the storytelling and him really sharing not just a surface level experience of what the song signified for him, but it's like the song really does paint a picture and a story of him being in Memphis, Tennessee. And I wanted to look up more backstory. Like I knew a little bit of a brief backstory, but when I looked at it further and when I was hearing the song last night, I got this message of stretching our wings can inspire a lot of art. And him being not just a singer-songwriter, but he also plays piano. He's self-taught. Another connection I have with Marc Cohn is he's also from Cleveland, Ohio, which is where I'm from as well. So reading that about him when I, revisited the song a few years ago, I was like, oh, he's from Cleveland, interesting. And I don't know where he lives at the moment currently. I don't know if he's back in Cleveland living or if he's relocated or has stayed in another part of the US, but that's where his origins began. And so when he wrote the story, it feels like a story. When he wrote the song Walking in Memphis, it was inspired by a period of his journey as a musician, as a singer, where he was in a period of, he didn't have his record deal yet. He felt he was going through some writer's block and he was trying to get that jolt of inspiration and I guess quicker momentum that he wasn't feeling with how he was moving with his music career. So he had read or been told by the singer-songwriter James Taylor that oftentimes going to another environment can help inspire us. An environment that we haven't been in before can really inspire ideas for our writing. And so he decided to do that. Marc Cohn has been a lover of gospel music, and even his voice, like when you listen to the song, it's in the description, when you hear his voice, like it's very like gritty and it's like, raspy. It has just a soulful feel to it. And when you listen to like the piano and just the rhythms of the song, it's like he really was touched by this experience of going down to Memphis, Tennessee and connecting with a woman who was a retired teacher who played piano at this music spot. And he actually references her in the song. Her name is Muriel. And there's a line where, I don't want to spoil it. I want you to hear the song. I want you to hear it before I say what it is. But he references her in the song because when he was in Memphis, exploring, connecting with gospel-inspired music, and he, speaking with her, he felt that he was able to find his voice. He was able to feel a sense of inspiration because he was in a way healing from some areas of his past, but there was something she said to him that gave him this sense of like, I've come full circle. I feel like I'm ready now. That song that I've been wanting to write, or those songs that I need to write, by hearing her voice, by connecting with her, by having this conversation and singing with her, they also sang together, it's like he felt ready, like he felt this 360 sense of transformation. And it was like a very spiritual moment. As he says, I wanted to go online and kind of get his direct quotes of what he said about this experience, but the song is about, for him, the spiritual, the transformational power of music. And this was a moment for him where he felt that he could really dig in further to his craft, and he could feel that his voice as a musician was, musician and a songwriter, that he knew the direction that he was going to go. Like, he wasn't sure at first, but this trip to Memphis, and not just sing Muriel, but also he got to hear a sermon by the Reverend Al Green, which Al Green, also famous singer from, back in the day, and being part of that sermon, to sit and listen to Al Green, who he also references in the song. I just connected with this last night, because I was just like, when you go through moments of like, you're looking for an answer, but you're like, I know I'm looking for something. It's like, I'm meant to receive it. It's like, I think I need to go on like a bit of a journey. And like, I feel that that answer that I'm looking for is going to find me on this journey, as long as I take that first step to get there. Because he had to go to Memphis. Like, he couldn't, just hope it would happen. He took the trip to Memphis, and he just got that inspiration, like being in that environment. And so I'm wondering, for you, have certain environments that you've traveled to, new environments especially, where when you return from that trip, or even in the midst of that trip, did you feel this sense of shift or change within you? Like, you felt that there was a transformation that took place. There was a part of your soul or spirit that needed to receive something by being in that environment. And you realized, man, had I not gone to that environment, I would not have experienced that change. I would not have connected with that person. And I feel like there's often things within us, but energy and, motivations within us that are calling us, our intuition, nudges from there's nudges around us that are pulling us to go to a particular environment. It could be the inspiration from an ancestor, from a spiritual guide who's like pulling you to go into that particular place. Like, I feel, for me, like being in Korea, I feel I've been here on several occasions, and I feel that there's something about this part of the world that I just shine and do so well in. This is not saying that it's not difficult or there aren't challenges at times. Like, life still happens, but there's something about, I feel like, my sense of serenity, my peace, my creativity that just alivens and awakens here. It's just something about it that I just knew I couldn't feel or experience in Cleveland. Even when I kept trying to go back, or did go back, not try, but did go back, I felt stagnant. Like, things just aren't moving in the same way compared to when I am abroad and not in Cleveland. And with Marc Cohn, it's like he's someone who is also from Cleveland originally, but who has been able to expand and, in a way, stepping outside of his territory to bring himself to environments that can help grow him on a artistic level, on a creative level. And it's like, as a result of this experience going to Memphis, so the trip happened in the mid 80s, and he felt that his songwriting, his songwriting juices, like, they just reawakened, especially with that conversation with Muriel, connecting with her, Reverend Al Green's sermon. He just felt like, I got it now. Like, I'm full of, like, I'm just like this well of ideas, of words, of music that is like ready to come out for me to write those songs that are ready to be written now. I feel like I have discovered it. And so he wrote the song. He actually ended up releasing his debut album in 1991, and he actually won a Grammy for Best New Artist in 1992 from the album. His self-titled debut album, Marc Cohn, was released, and Walking to Memphis was his like that was the song. Like, that song took off, and yeah, it really propelled him to getting that Grammy, and the rest is history, as they say. So I'm inspired by his story. He still tours. I might put a link to another video from a performance that he did, I think, was it a few years ago? But it's before he starts playing the song on stage. He, tells the story before he goes into the song, but he still, this is like his, like when he goes on tour, when he's performing, like this song has to be sang. Like, like those artists where when they do a performance, you like, they have to sing that song. Like there's a song that they have to sing. So yeah, I hope that you find inspiration in exploring environments that can stretch your creativity, where perhaps if you're feeling the pull to explore or go to a certain part of the world or another part of your city or country, there might be a deeper spiritual meaning about and behind why you need to go there. Like there might be a level of art that you're meant to create. There might be a conversation you're meant to have, a person you're supposed to meet, or people you're meant to meet. And when we can stretch out and spread our wings, we can really inspire our creativity. We can inspire others. I mean, I'm doing this video because of his story. Like I'm listening to his song, last night, and I'm like, oh my God, like he stretched his wings. Like he went to Memphis and he found his voice as a songwriter. And he, in a way, like it kind of perhaps like brought his destiny in a way like 360. Like by going to Memphis, he was able to become that songwriter. He got his Grammy. He's still inspiring other people with the song. I know Cher, she did a cover version of this song, but something about him being the original writer and singer of this song, because it's his personal story, and I feel like no one can capture his personal story the way he can, being the original singer and writer of this song. So please listen to the song. It'll be in the description below. I hope you can find inspiration in his voice, in his song. I'm gonna listen to it again after I come off this video. But walking in Memphis, actually I have not been to Memphis, Tennessee. Actually, wait, I've been to Tennessee, but I went to Nashville, but I didn't go to Memphis. But I do want to go to Memphis now. I want to go to Beale Street. I want to explore that part of history, especially when it comes to musical genres like the blues and gospel, and I feel like I owe it to myself. So thank you for watching. Listen to Walking in Memphis, put it on your Spotify, save it on your YouTube. If Marc Cohn watches this video, thank you so much from a fellow native Clevelander. I love your song. Actually, I started teaching myself the piano, or piano/keyboard, a few years ago, and I actually am inspired. It's been a while since I've been on my keyboard. I'm actually, preparing to go back to that, because there's something about music for me that does transform my energy and my spirit and my mood, and it's always been that way ever since I was a kid. So I can't be separate from music for a long time. It has to be part of me, and I love it. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Stay tuned. And also, if I didn't say already, please, if this video connected with you, give a like, subscribe to the channel. I want to grow the community. I've been off YouTube for a while prior to this 30-day challenge, and I want to keep myself in this space of sharing my message, because I feel that there are things I want to say, and I feel that I'm in a place where I'm like, I'm ready to say those things. And so here I am. And thank you for being here. Leave a comment if what connected for you, like the video. And again, please subscribe if it connects with you as well. So thank you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.